What is going on, Diablo 2 fans? Dabrunski here, and today I'm going to be doing a quick rundown of my sorceress that I have after the first week of the Diablo 2 Resurrected launch. So I'm going to briefly touch on the attributes, the skill tree, then I'll go over some gear and gameplay, and I will talk about a couple specific areas that I have been magic finding with this sorceress. But like all my previous build videos, I will have timestamps in the description below, so if you guys want to navigate to specific segments of the video, they're there for you guys to use, so please take advantage of them. Other than that, a quick reminder, I just wanted to mention if you guys do enjoy my YouTube content, I do stream twice a week on Twitch. I do have the link for my Twitch channel in the description below, twitch/Dabrunski125, so any follows over there on that platform would be very much appreciated. Other than that, guys, hope you enjoy this video. Let's jump in. So first, starting off taking a look at the attribute distribution, I currently have a level 85 sorceress that is spec'd out as a max vitality build. So max vitality means enough strength to equip your gear, and then nothing into dexterity, nothing in energy, and then everything else in vitality, hence the term max vitality attribute spec. So for those that don't know, a 4-open socket shield, the earliest or lowest strength requirement basic can drop is a monarch, and that strength requirement is 156, so that's typically why you'll see a lot of the max vitality sorceresses cap out at 156 strength. I actually have 158 with this setup. That's just because of some extra plus strength with my inventory, but that'll kind of shift around as they change charms. But I do have a base stat investment of 156. So you will see that I have 2,672 to 2,765 Ice Blast damage, and then 5,151 to 5,423 Blizzard damage. And I do have completely capped res for the most part, so 75 fire, 75 lightning, 74 poison, 74 cold, and then 34 poison. So the poison res is a little bit low, but it's kind of all the resistances to worry about, fire and lightning are the top two, and then cold and then poison is the least kind of important res to cap. So maybe if I get Sandstorm Trex or some other plus poison charms, I could cap that out, get it to 75, but for the most part it's okay. I currently don't have CTA, again more on that when we go over the gear, but I do have 1,324 life and 527 mana with this spec. So moving on to the skill tree, first we'll start off with the fire skill tree. I just have 1 hard point into warmth. You will see a skill allocation here into fire mastery. That is granted from my gear, more on that when I actually go over the gear, but I didn't actually invest a hard point in there for those that are wondering why. For the lightning skill tree, the same thing again. I have 1 hard point into static field, 1 hard point into telekinesis, and then teleport. And then again, I have what looks like 9 points into lightning mastery. That's granted to me from my gear, so just ignore that. And then wrapping everything up with a cold skill tree, because I am currently a Blizzard sorceress, this is where the majority of my skill points are invested. So I have 1 hard point into frozen armor. This is a great 1-point wonder. And then I have 1 hard point into Frost Nova, a prerequisite for Blizzard. And then I put 20 hard points into Ice Bolt, Ice Blast, Glacial Spike, and Blizzard. So Blizzard is my primary source of damage, and then I do alternate back and forth between Glacial Spike and Ice Blast, depending on where I'm farming. And then I have what looks like here 19 skill points into Cold Mastery. Typically I recommend putting 17 points because that's going to bring the majority of non-cold immune monsters to negative 100 cold res. With the current bug, you can actually break cold immunities. Cold Mastery is not supposed to break these. That will be updated in a later patch, so you could, in theory, invest more points, but typically minus 17 is what I would recommend. There are some niche case scenarios as well where Mephisto, he has 75 cold res in hell, so if you want to only specifically target him, you could invest up to negative 175 cold res, because that'll bring Mephisto from 75 to negative 100. Again, you can't go below that minus 100 ceiling cap, but typically just recommend 17. That's a good starting point. And then every level from 85 beyond, I will invest that into Frozen Orb, because that is an extra damage synergy for Ice Blast, because I typically use Blizzard and Ice Blast with my gameplay. So as I continue to level, I will put points into Frozen Orb, and that'll just make my Ice Blast a little bit stronger. But yeah, that's basically a wrap-up of my skill investment. So now taking a look at the gear, I wanted to do something different. I didn't want to be the 3-piece towels, kind of like pure meta spec setup, and then switch into a Hammerden. I do have a different game plan for making my way through Diablo 2 Resurrected, and that is starting off with the full Tal Rashed set. So I'll go over the gear quickly that I'm using. So obviously full towels, we're going to have a lot of pieces from the Tal Rashed set. So I have the orb. It currently just has a random mana jewel into it. Eventually I do plan on putting a facet into this, again, once I collect that wealth. just have a Tal's Mask with a Perfect Topaz, Tal's Armor with a Perfect Topaz, Tal's Amulet, a 35 F-Star Spirit, so I was really lucky. This was the second Spirit that I rolled live on stream on Twitch, so that was pretty hype for me. And then for the boots, I'm currently using Alder's boots. I really do like these set boots because they give a whole lot of plus life, damage taken goes to mana, and then fire res that makes up for the lack of fire resistance on Spirit, so it's a good combination. And then I have Tal's Belt. Then I currently have the option of 2 different gloves, so I either go Chance Guards if I want more Magic Find and Gold Find for farming Travincal and the Durance Hate level 2, the Durance Hate level 3, farming the Council down there. Or I can switch on Mage Fist if I want to hit the 105 FCR breakpoint. So depending on if I want to teleport faster, if I want more Gold Find or MF, I switch between these 2 different gloves. And I'm currently using 2 Dwarf Stars. So this might seem weird, but again, talking about how I want to kind of take a different magic finding approach to D2R, I plan on farming the Durance of Hate level 3 quite a bit, so I'm going to kill Mephisto and the Council for a lot of gold, and then I will go to gamble for circlets, so I'm going to try and build wealth that way. I'm currently doing that as a Blizzard Sorceress, but I do plan on eventually respeccing to a Fire Sorceress, so I want to rock the full Tal's set here. I want to put 5/5 Fire Facets in the Orb, the Helmet, and the Body Armor, and then I will switch out Spirit for the Rumored Phoenix. Again, this is very expensive gear, but you hardly run into fire immunities with Infinity in the Durance Hate level 3. And then if you kill the Ghoul Lords, they act like Pindles. So champion and boss packs that are Ghoul Lords in the Durance Hate level 3 can drop crazy stuff like Wind Force and D-Web. I have dropped those on previous Human Bot Project videos. You have the Council for Gold Find, High Runes, Facets, and then you also have the Mephisto kill and the Super Chest at the back. So I plan on just doing a lot of gold finding and high rune farming in the Durance Hate level 3 with a full Fire Sorceress, just because Meteor looks so good in Diablo 2 Resurrected. But yeah, again, wanting to kind of do things a little bit differently. And the offhand, I currently just have a lower res one still. I just use it for swap to get a little extra damage on Mephisto. This is kind of overkill at the moment right now, so basically the next big upgrade that I want to make is Call to Arms and Spirit. That's going to be a big buff for me. And then for the inventory, I just have a Cold Skiller, plus life Cold Skiller, Deeds Grand Charm, and then I have different assorted res and plus life and MF small charms. So nothing too godly, just the best stuff that I found so far. This keeps some open inventory. I will eventually fill this all in with charms as I continue to get better charms. And let's resurrect my dead mercenary, show you the gear that he's using. Again, he's very budget. He doesn't really survive at this moment, like not until I get a CTA. He's using Treachery, a non-eth plain Wormhide, a plain Telrash's Mask, and Insight in a non-eth Thresher. So progressing forward, I would like to get an Ethereal Elite Polearm, roll Insight again, and maybe potentially Fortitude and Endarials with a Ralrun, something like that, just to get him a little bit stronger. But he is a Act 2 Nightmare Offensive Mercenary, so the Might Aura gives him a little bit extra damage. Yeah, that's basically the gear wrap-up, so now I'll cover some of the common areas that I've been magic finding with this setup. So first, starting off with the Durance of Hate level 3, this is a fantastic area to magic find, especially now that I have capped res. I can kill Mephisto and the Council. Eventually, respecking to Fire with Infinity, I can kill the Ghoul Lords as well, so great all-around area to MF with. You can also get a ton of gold finds, so let's see if we can find the Council here. So Voidbringer, so I'll skip all these Blood Lords. They can drop a lot of really good stuff, but they're always cold immune. So until you can respec to a Fire Sorceress, you kind of have to avoid them. We'll kill this Council here. Again, great source of gold and runes. And there's always a single Council over here. So I'll be doing these types of runs, and then I'll kill Mephisto. Now the Mercenary kind of has a hard time staying alive, that's why I don't resurrected him to show the gear. But I do plan on doing a ton of those runs, so now we'll jump to Ancient Tunnels and talk about it for a little bit. So the Ancient Tunnels is located in Act 2 of the Lost City. So what makes this area so special is it's a level 85 area, basically meaning that champions and boss packs in this location can drop any item in the game. And there's also next to no cold immunes in this target location, so it's pretty much kind of tailor-made for the Blizzard Sorceress. So again, it's in Act 2, the Lost City is just the trapdoor. It'll take you down to the Ancient Tunnels. So we'll clear some monsters in here. Nothing too crazy. There's an IK Maul. This is a really good spot for a Cold Sorceress. Final champion pack. So I plan on doing a lot of these runs as well. You should be if you're Cold Sorceress. And then we'll jump to Hel Andariel. So what makes Hel Andariel so special is that you can quest bug her, so that means you get better drop odds. Now I have covered how to do this in a frequently asked questions video, so I have that linked in the description below if you want to check it out. But another great thing about farming this boss, besides the quest bug, is there's no cold immunes around her and her monsters as well. So again, a great spot for a pure Blizzard Sorceress. So there's some fire immunes here, these dark ones. And then if we run into any of the other monsters, they're lightning immune. I forget the name of them. But another really good spot for a Cold Sorceress. So that's why magic finding as a Cold Sorceress early on is always going to be the best. Another really good boss to target farm, so some decent drops there. And then the final spot that I've been sifting in is Pindle. I have been doing a little bit of cow farming as well, but I've kind of moved on past that. It's a great place to target farm for high ruins and bases and stuff like that. But since I'm kind of moving on to uniques, Pindle is the last target spot that I magic farm. There's a circlet. Now you will find that Pindle will spawn cold immune like maybe like 3 out of 10 times. So if he does, you can either have your mercenary kill him or just skip him and reset the map. But that is all the kind of early areas that I would suggest target farming as a Blizzard Sorcerer. So I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. But yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to cover. Well guys, there you have it. That wraps up today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And again, I do hope you guys are progressing and enjoying the ladder as much as I am. Again, feel free to check me out on Twitch. I do stream there twice a week, and I have been doing a lot of giveaways, so stuff that I don't really need at this point anymore, like Mage Fists or Chance Cards, things like that, I am just giving away and trying to pay back to everyone who's helped me out along the way. But I do hope you guys enjoyed this video, you maybe found it useful, and let me know in the comment section below what character you guys are rocking and how far you've progressed, and maybe even your best drop in this ladder so far. And as always, if you guys could throw a like on this video, share it, and even consider subscribing if you're new to my channel. I post new weekly content on YouTube, and I do stream twice a week on Twitch. 20 follows on Twitch or subs on YouTube would be amazing. Other than that, guys, hope you have a fan-frickin-tastic day, and I'll catch you on my next video or live stream. Peace out.